What is it about the Spurs having OKC's number? Stephon Castle, mid-range shot there to give San Antonio a 14-point lead late. And San Antonio finishes it off 117-102 over the defending champs. Thunder have lost 5 times this year, 3 in the last 12 days, coming to the San Antonio Spurs, who are showing they are for real in the Western Conference and in the NBA. Victor Wembanyama off the bench again, 19 points, 11 rebounds, and the day led by De'Aaron Fox, 29 points for the San Antonio point guard. Oh, by the way, reigning MVP, SGA, a season low 22 for OKC. All right, let's bring in John Gonzalez here, our NBA analyst. Chris Honorado with you here, John. Okay, what is it about the way San Antonio matches it up with the Thunder?
Yeah, there's a couple of things here that stand out to me, Chris. I think positionally, the Spurs have a lot of size, right? You start with Wemby, obviously he's gigantic, but then Stephon Castle, Harrison Barnes. If they want to go double big and match up with Isaiah Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren when the OKC goes double big, the Spurs can do that too by deploying Luke Cornett alongside Wemby. And by the way, one of the great nicknames for a duo in the NBA right now, they call them French Vanilla, so love that. But then you've also got Devin Vassell, and then off the bench, Keldon Johnson, Julian Champagnie, and Dylan Harper all have nice size. So that has caused some problems for OKC. And then beyond that, Oklahoma City, what they do better than any other team in the NBA is turn you over. They're number one in creating turnovers, and then they generate points off of that. They're number one in creating offense off of turnovers. Well, over these last couple games, the Spurs have been really good about taking care of the ball. Today they had 13 turnovers, leading to 13 points. That's not a disaster against Oklahoma City. Normally, Oklahoma City turns over the opposition way more and generates way more points off of that. So those two things combined, taking care of the ball and then their size, have really led to some serious problems for OKC. Got their first loss at home. They don't lose at home, Chris. They lost at home today. They only lost 8 times at home all of last season. Now all of a sudden they've lost 1 at home, and then on top of that, 3 times to the Spurs in the last under 2 weeks. They got to be wondering what is going on in Oklahoma City.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's a quick fix here. The Thunder came in allowing only 107 points per game. That was best in the NBA. But in these last 3 games against the Spurs, John, 117, 130, 111. I'm not good enough at math to know this. I had to use the calculator on my phone. That's 119 per game. So a big departure from what OKC has done defensively against the rest of the league here in these 3 losses. Best 30-game start for San Antonio since the 2016-17 season. They went to the Western Conference Finals that year. Are the Spurs for real?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, what? They've won 11 of their last 12. They beat the defending champions 3 times in 12 days. When they beat Oklahoma City in the Cup, they won by 2 points, right, in the Cup semifinals. And everybody went, good for the Spurs. That's a great win. Then all of a sudden, 2 days ago in San Antonio, they beat them by 20. Oklahoma City, Chris, does not get blown out. And you thought, okay, that's a really impressive win, but it was in San Antonio. I'm sure that Oklahoma City will be up for the game on Christmas Day in their building where they have arguably the best home court advantage in all of the NBA. And all of a sudden, they win that game, the Spurs do, by 15. Yes, they are absolutely for real. They're only 2.5 games out of first place in the Western Conference. And if somebody had said to you, Chris, that a team in the NBA will have the playoff tiebreaker locked up against the Thunder by Christmas, you would have gotten incredible odds on that. And all of a sudden, we have gone from, I just wrote about this for CBSSports.com, could Oklahoma City Thunder reach the 74 win mark and break Golden State's record? Well, that didn't age very well, because we've gone from that to all of a sudden, are they even going to be the 1 seed in the Western Conference? Because here come the Spurs.
All right, to your credit, this is a team that ran out to a 24-1 start this season. So we were all thinking along the lines you were thinking about here. Second team in the last 3 years to beat OKC 3 straight times. Those are your San Antonio Spurs. I get that he's coming off an injury, and so this is not a full season strategy, but boy, who would have thought Victor Wembanyama could be in the running for 6th man of the year? What a weapon to deploy off the bench, huh?
Yeah, exactly. He's still on a minutes restriction. They're still bringing him off the bench. But yes, what a luxury, exactly right, because he played 26 minutes tonight and went for a double-double, 19 points, 11 rebounds, and a block. That's the other thing that's super scary here. If you're the rest of the league, and particularly Oklahoma City, where the Spurs have now gotten you 3 times in 12 days, Wemby hasn't even played his top-tier game yet. He hasn't had a full minutes load. The Spurs are doing this with combinations of De'Aaron Fox, Stephon Castle, Harrison Barnes bombing away. You're getting some good Luke Cornett minutes. In the last game, the one on Tuesday in San Antonio, Keldon Johnson went off. Imagine what happens when Wemby is fully healthy and grooving offensively, because you know he's always going to play defense. You know he's always going to protect the rim. Now all of a sudden you've got a fully healthy Wemby who's scoring as well. That would keep me up at night if I'm in Oklahoma City.
Spurs have won 9 of the last 10, just 2.5 games behind the Oklahoma City Thunder now in the Western Conference standings after this Christmas Day victory at OKC, which, as John, you pointed out, a place the Thunder do not lose often at all. John Gonzalez breaking it down for us here on CBS Sports HQ. John, thank you. Again, a look here. The Thunder against their opponents this season, 0-3 against the Spurs, scoring only 107 points, given up 119. And then against the rest of the league, what they've done, a big difference. The Spurs have certainly figured something out with the defending champions.